everyone, Tracy here. Today I'm going to share with you another project I'm making. I love summers because I love to spend my time outside and make my projects. It's a lot cleaner to do it outside, and today is another beautiful day. It's a little bit on the warm side, but you know what? I'm loving it. So my project that I'm working on is called a sofa table. I know there's another fancy name for it, but I am not fancy, so I can't remember what it was called. So what I did was I already cut my boards, and you can also, when you go to the lumber yard to buy your wood, you can get them to cut it. I think you get 1 or 2 cuts, maybe it's 1 cut per wood, for a piece of wood you purchase from there, but you can purchase extra cuts if you don't have the tools. I happen to have all the tools in my semi-cleaned out woodshed, and I use my table saw to. So my main board here, that is going to be the tabletop, and that is 5 feet. And I know you just saw a mosquito, I think. And then here are the 3 legs. And I think I did these at 32 inches actually. So now I'm going to attach them. I was going to stain them, but I don't like the stains I have. They're very light, and I wanted a darker stain. Let me share with you that. So here was the stain I have, and as you can see, it's very light. It's an oak. And this is just knotty pines, so it didn't, I don't like the look of it anyway. So I'm not going to stain it. Then I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll paint it, but I'm undecided about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it together and decide later. And it's behind the couch. I don't think you're going to see it at all. If anything, maybe the very top of the table, and then I might paint just even the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the legs with these brackets, and my wood is, I used 1x10s, so because the wood is 1 inch thick, I used 3/4 inch nails, or screws, sorry, 3/4 inch screws, and they're a number 8. So they're 8 by 3/4 inch, and oh my goodness, there's so many mosquitoes in here for some reason. But before I attach them, I'm also going to add some wood glue to them just to keep them more sturdy. And this is going to be in between the wall and the couch, so it's not going to have any movement back there, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be fine. I'm even thinking of using a skinny piece of wood along the bottom part of the legs, just to give it a little bit more stability. So this is how I'm going to attach the legs. Say these are just scraps that I cut off, but see, this is the tabletop. These are the brackets I'm using. And they are that size, 3/4 inch by 2.5 inch. And they are furniture brackets, and it's not focusing in here. So anyways, they're furniture brackets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach them like that. Say this is the tabletop. I'm going to put a bead of glue in there. And then this is the leg. This goes in between. And then I attach the brackets to either side of the leg and to the bottom of the tabletop. So I'm going to do that right now, and I will come back and share with you what it looks like. I just want to share with you something I'm doing a little bit different. On the blog where I saw the instructions for this, I will post a link below. They only used 2 of the brackets, and I don't think that that's sturdy enough. I know it's going to be in between the wall and the couch, but I just wanted a little bit more sturdy. So what I did was I put these brackets, I put 4 of them instead of just the, like, 1 on each side instead of just the 2, I did the 4. And these ones are different because I only bought enough for what the instructions showed me, so I had to run out and get some more, and then 2 more at the end. I have 1 less leg than them, but I think my table is going to be shorter than theirs is. And now I will put on the legs. So I just want to share with you a little tip. When you do your brackets, you want to make sure that they aren't the exact same on either side, because your screws are going to hit each other inside of the wood. So you want to off-center them, as I've done here. This one's a little bit closer, that one's a little bit farther. Then you come over here. See how this one's a little bit closer to this edge? That's a little bit farther. So I'm really impressed. Like, these are sturdy. I am totally impressed. I thought they would not be very sturdy, but I think it is because I added the extra brackets on each leg. That's why they're so sturdy. So I am not worried about this one little bit falling over. So let me share with you how it looks like when it's flipped to its proper position. I probably should have shared with you how I actually put these brackets on. I had to get my daughter to help me because, of course, the wood is not straight. It's a little bit bowed. So I put the bow this way. So when it's turned upside down, it goes this way. So it's not rounded at the top. Because if it was rounded this way, your stuff might roll off. Mind you, the bow is very light, not a very big bow to it. But still, look. There's still a little bit of gap here, which really bothers me. I think I need my husband to buy me a planer for my birthday. Now, how awesome would that be? You would have perfectly flat and straight boards every time you ran it through that sucker. So I would love one of those. But anyway, got off topic, which I usually do when I ramble. When I put these on, you want to pre-drill, because if you don't pre-drill, you can split your wood, and you do not want that to happen. So you want to pre-drill, and you want your drill bit to be smaller than your actual screw. When you pre-drill, if your drill bit is thicker than your screw is not going to have a catch. It's going to just be loose in there, and you want a nice, tight fit in there. So what I did was I used an awl. You can use a pencil, and when I placed this against there, where the little holes were, I just stuck a little hole in there. Now that was just so I know where to pre-drill my holes, my screw holes. And another thing, you want to be careful that you don't go the whole width of your wood. Like, you do not want to screw a hole all the way across, all the way through here. You do not want to do that. So you can either put a piece of tape. This is an old method here. You just put a piece of tape on how far you want to drill on your drill bit. You add a little piece of tape to it, and then you only drill as far as that little piece of tape is. I didn't have a piece of tape in here, and I'm so tired of running in and out of the house. So what I did was I stuck my drill bit all the way into my drill, so there was just a little bit sticking out, so I could just go as far as that. So that's another little trick too, depending on how long your drill bits are. If they're too long, you can't do that. Okay, so what I did, so I knew where my marking was, and you can also do this with a pencil, but what I did was, I'm not going to put this one down because it really doesn't need it, but how I got where I was supposed to pre-drill was I took an awl and I just put a little indent in the center of it. You can use a pencil as well, and then when you pull it away, I don't know if you'll be able to see that. You can! See that little dot there? That is where the awl hit it. So I did that, and then I did here on this one, and then I also did here, and I tried to pre-drill as much as I could while it was not in place, like before they were attached with one. I tried to pre-drill as much as I could while the boards were laying flat. You want to pre-drill because you don't want to crack your wood. That's very important. So I'm going to turn this upright and share with you what it looks like. So here is my sofa table, totally completed. I haven't stained it or painted it, like I said. You're probably not going to be able to see it, but my daughter said she has dark stains, so I might borrow that from her. I did a really nice thorough sanding on the top here, so it's really nice and smooth. It's knotty pine, so that's why you see the knots here. It's not perfect, but I like it that way. And I might paint it or stain it. I'm still not exactly 100% sure. Now I'm going to go into the house, and I'm going to move everything from behind our couch, because I know there's a lot. There's a few iPad boxes and laptop boxes that we had to save just in case we had to send anything in for repair, but those are past their times. So I'm going to take everything out from behind my couch, put this back there, and then I will share with you the totally completed, put in place sofa table.